Welcome to this explainer. All right, let's just be real for a second. Have you ever caught yourself wondering if a woman actually has feelings for you, but she's just way too afraid to admit it? Well, you're in the right place, because this is your ultimate advice guide for decoding those mixed signals. The truth is, not everyone spells out their feelings with words. A lot of women actually reveal their emotions through really quiet, subtle actions that, frankly, most men completely overlook. Maybe she's protecting herself from rejection, or, maybe she's just waiting for you to step up and make the first move. Today, we're going to decode those hidden, often missed actions that scream she is secretly into you. Right off the bat, we are tackling the absolute ultimate mixed signal dilemma. Because let's face it, guys, trying to figure out if she's waiting for you to make a move or if she's literally just being a friendly person is one of the most confusing and frustrating positions to be in. You definitely don't want to make a move and ruin a perfectly good friendship, right? But at the same time, you really don't want to completely miss out on a potential romance just because you were totally oblivious to the signs staring you in the face. So here is our roadmap for today. We've got 6 key areas. Number 1, decoding the mixed signals. 2, excuses to stay connected. 3, noticing the little details. 4, signs of emotional investment. 5, the ultimate friend test. And finally, number 6, the rule of consistency. Okay, let's jump straight into section 1, decoding the mixed signals. Subtitle here is Separating Natural Kindness from True Affection. So, the single biggest hurdle men face right away is the fear of misinterpreting natural kindness as romantic interest. This is literally where most guys get stuck. They see a smile or a nice gesture, and boom, they immediately start second-guessing the entire interaction. Now, some people just have friendly behaviors, right? They're naturally kind, they're bubbly to everyone they meet, or maybe they're just naturally shy but happen to feel super comfortable around you as a platonic buddy. But secret affection, that is a whole different ballgame. It isn't just a one-off smile, it's a deeper, consistent emotional pattern. It's that shift from casual politeness to targeted emotional investment. One of the absolute most common misinterpretations men make is confusing a naturally outgoing personality with true romantic interest. You've got to learn to separate those two by looking for consistent patterns over time. Moving right along to section 2, excuses to stay connected, finding reasons to be in your world. Look, when someone genuinely enjoys your vibe, they do not wait around for a formal invitation to interact. They manufacture the opportunity, even when there's absolutely zero practical reason for it. I mean, think about it. Why on earth would she ask you some random question that she could easily type into Google in 2 seconds? Why is she sending you funny reels or random messages that don't even need a reply? To an outsider, it probably seems completely meaningless. But to her, it's a clever little excuse to just keep you in her world. If she's rearranging her actual schedule to accept your invites, or if she honestly just enjoys sitting with you doing absolutely nothing, she is prioritizing your company. Love isn't always about, fancy expensive dates. Sometimes it's literally just wanting to exist in the exact same physical space as you. All right, section 3, noticing the little details. These are the subtle signs most men completely miss. And this brings us to the number 1 indicator that guys just completely, utterly overlook. Seriously, we get so focused on those big cinematic gestures of love that we completely miss the quiet, subtle details happening right in front of us. Like, did you casually mention your favorite snack in passing weeks ago, and then out of nowhere, she suddenly surprises you with it? Or maybe she remembers your birthday without a Facebook notification reminding her? Or she brings up a random childhood story you told her once, or asks how that one specific boring meeting went. Listen, people rarely remember small, seemingly insignificant details unless they genuinely care. When a woman pays attention to the things that everyone else forgets, she is quietly showing you that you matter way more to her than she's actually letting on. This quote right here, straight from our source material, highlights something really profound. You get a haircut, she notices. You wear a different shirt, she notices. You sound just a little bit tired on the phone, or you seem quieter than usual. Yeah, she notices that too. This right here is the sign that flies totally under the radar for almost every guy. The average person simply does not pay that much attention to your day-to-day fluctuations. So when she does, that is a massive sign of hidden affection. And there is a really fascinating psychological reason for this. It's called occupying mental space. When someone consistently observes your little details, it happens because you're already taking up space in their mind before you even walk into the room. Think about it. The average person is completely wrapped up in their own world, right? So for her to notice that your tone of voice is just slightly off today, It means her constant observation of you is rarely accidental. You're on her mind. And because of that, the details of who you are stand out to her in high definition. Which leads us to Section 4, Signs of Emotional Investment, categorizing the heavier, more complex behaviors. Okay, so we've talked about the small details and the random excuses to connect. Now let's categorize some of those heavier, more complex emotional behaviors, where the foundation of friendship really starts revealing the romantic potential hiding underneath. Her emotional investment usually shows up in 3 distinct ways. First up is vulnerability. Sharing personal stories, insecurities, or childhood fears, that means she's trusting you with her authentic self. And guys, emotional vulnerability is earned. It's not just given away freely. Second is support. Real affection shows up on your toughest days when she becomes your absolute biggest emotional cheerleader, celebrating your wins and picking you up when things go completely wrong. And third is subtle jealousy. Watch for a quiet, maybe healthy little mood shift when another woman gets your attention, or if she starts teasing you about other girls. Keep an eye on her body language during these moments too. Facing you directly, lingering eye contact, or even unconsciously mirroring your movements are huge, huge tells. Oh, and you absolutely want to watch out for this specific question. Does she casually ask what kind of woman you're interested in, or, if you're currently dating anyone? Sometimes she might even playfully joke about your past relationships, just to gauge your reaction. Why do this? Simple. It's a risk assessment. Before she invests any further emotionally, she needs to know if she actually has a realistic chance at dating you, or if all her efforts are just going to end in a heartbreak. All right, Section 5. The ultimate friend test. What her inner circle reveals. Sometimes, honestly, you don't even need to read her signs. You literally just need to read the room. Think about a time you walked up to her and her group of friends. Did they instantly smile, maybe share a knowing glance with each other, laugh a bit, or act like they already knew exactly who you were before you were even properly introduced? I can tell you right now for a fact, that is no coincidence. Women talk about the people they care about with their inner circle. If her friends are unusually familiar with you, your name has absolutely come up in their private conversations, and probably more than once. Sometimes the people around her are the ones who reveal her true feelings way before she ever works up the courage to do it herself. Finally, Section 6, the rule of consistency, how to safely test for mutual feelings. So, you've seen the signs, right? You've noticed the little details. Maybe your friends even giggled when you walked by. But how do you safely decode these mixed signals and test the waters without overreacting and, completely ruining the friendship you already have? Well, here is the golden rule of everything we've talked about today. Genuine affection isn't hidden in one massive movie-style moment. It's revealed through dozens of small moments, quietly repeating themselves over and over. The absolute secret here is that no single sign automatically means love. If you fixate and obsess over just one signal, like her sending you a funny meme one time, you are going to misinterpret things. Consistency across multiple signs is what separates a friendly, outgoing personality from someone who is quietly, genuinely falling for you. If you want to safely navigate this whole thing, just follow these 3 simple steps. Step 1, observe. Do these subtle signs actually cluster together into an overall pattern over time? Step 2, wait. Seriously, do not rush to conclusions. Love rarely announces itself with flashing neon lights. It whispers. Let it play out naturally. And step 3, reciprocate. Wait for the right moment and simply provide a small sign that you feel the same way. Sometimes the person who is secretly into you is literally just waiting for a green light from you. Bring up a small detail you remembered about her, or maybe hold eye contact just a little bit longer than usual. If she responds positively to that, you are definitely on the right track. To wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with a final thought-provoking question to help you analyze your own relationships right now. Think about the women in your life. Which of these consistent patterns have you personally experienced or noticed recently? Could it be that someone is trying to tell you something massive without saying a single word? Keep your eyes open to those little details. Watch for that consistency we talked about, and you might just realize that the affection you've been looking for has been quietly sitting right in front of you all along. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.